welcome back to another WC TV episode. I'm Margaret.
And I'm Ethan, and we are so excited to show you what we put together this week.
All right, now let's see what Mrs. Kneibel has to say about ghost stories here at West Catholic.
A few years ago, back when I was studying for a master's degree, I was in the front offices, which are in the east side of the school, back where we now have the development office. It was about 11:30 at night. I was the only one in the entire building, and I was reading as I walked down the hallway. And I was in a hurry because I'd been here since early in the morning. There's a doorway, which today is Mrs. Resort's office, our editor, and I saw standing in the doorway a person, and I got really scared because what is a person doing in the building when nobody is here? And at the time we had a cleaning company and they weren't in the building, and so I ran past the person as fast as I could. And as I ran by the person, because it's kind of a narrow hallway, the person reached around, put her arm around. And I just got into my car, and then I pulled my car up to shine through the window, got my phone out to call 911 to call the police to find out why somebody was in the building. And all of a sudden, I remembered looking at the person, and the person didn't have a face. And then I thought, oh my goodness, this is not a person, and it was mainly all white, it was short, but whatever this was not like a feeling of evil or anything like that. So I thought, well, I can't call the police, they're going to think I'm like a crazy lady or something. So I went home, and then the next day when I was at work and the cleaning company was in, I was always mad at the cleaning company because they'd leave all the lights on in the building. And so every light would be on. So I started speaking to the one cleaning woman who cleaned the front offices, and I told her what I saw. Before I even explained what this person looked like, she stopped me and she said, I've seen her. She's short and she's almost all white and she doesn't have a face. Really did not dare be alone in the front office after that. And I did have one other occasion in the same hallway, in the same place, but I wasn't alone. I was with our development director, and it was after everyone had left, because I'm always the last one to leave, it seems like. She and I were packing up to go home, and we heard typing from Mrs. Ford's office. And we said it was like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and it was winter, so it was dark. And what's Mrs. Ford doing here at this hour? So we both went down to her office, and the office was dark, and nobody was at the typewriter.
Wow.
So yeah, so not a really cool place to be all alone at night by the east side of the school now.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is crazy. I did not know Mrs. Kneibel experienced that. All right, now into Luke and Colin's segment for Falcon Future.
That was spooky, and this is Falcon Future.
What's up? I'm Luke Kraszewski.
I'm Colin Henney.
First off, say your prayers, because it's JP2 week.
JP2!
Hey, I'm with our new campus minister here, Mr. Culhane, and how's JP2 week been going so far, and can you explain any big plans coming up?
Yeah, so it's been really good so far. Obviously we had a few good things in households this week. We had Mass yesterday. So today though, we have Polish food at lunch, so hopefully everyone's excited for pierogi and kielbasa. And on Thursday we have an art activity, JP2 Love Art and Beauty. So really excited for that. And on Friday, everyone's super excited because we have the big household dodgeball tournament coming up. So the winners of that, points go towards the community standards for the Falcon Cup, so really pumped.
All right. So no bubble soccer this year? That's changed?
Nah, dude, shrimps like you couldn't handle it. So
Okay. And can you explain why we celebrate JP2 week, the significance behind it?
Yeah, so love to. So John Paul II is our patron saint here. He loves young people. Started World Youth Day. His Polish heritage, like a lot from the community and stuff. And obviously just a lot of great other reasons. So and his feast day is actually this past Saturday we had. So the week following, actually, obviously this week, is why we have JP2 week this week.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Cohen.
Yeah.
Back to the boys.
There are a plethora of volleyball games tomorrow. The varsity team plays Mona Shores, while JV and freshmen both have quads.
So make sure you go support our ladies in green. Sure, there's a lot going on Friday, huh, y'all?
Yeah, there is, Luke. During the day, we got the JP2 games, while after, there's a big playoff game for our football team.
Yeah, so make sure you go support your men in green.
Cross country has their regionals on Saturday at Allendale. Now we cut to Dylan Pham interviewing star runner Matthew Quasimodo Boheis.
I'm here with Matt Boheis, aka Quasimodo, aka Donna Lamar. Can you explain to me briefly how cross-country regionals work?
Okay, so with regionals, it's the top 7 runners on the team, and if you make the top 7, you are selected to go to the regional race, and you run at Allendale. It's normally at Allendale. So, yeah.
And
varsity runners.
Yeah, you're a captain this year, right, Quas?
Oh, yeah, I am.
How have you been personally doing?
I've been doing great, you know. I think this is one of my better years.
Any PRs?
No, but I'm 5 seconds off. 2031, my PR is actually 2026. I'm hoping to break it at Allendale.
Hey,
Gonna break 20 minutes.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you, Matt.
Of
Back
course.
to the boys.
Pham, what a legend.
What a legend. You know who else is a legend?
Who's that?
Simon Caldwell. Congrats on that tennis state championship.
That's good stuff, man. Monday is scary for 2 reasons. First off, it's Halloween. And secondly, it's because the second quarter begins.
Celebrate responsibly.
And don't eat too much candy.
There are a bountiful amount of household events taking place, starting off with the Halloween costume competition on Monday.
Also, the can drive is beginning in November.
Bring in a bountiful plethora of cans.
We have the winner of the pumpkin carving contest that took place last week.
Fourth place from the pro community is Splitting Headache.
Yes, and third place from the PO community is Brainiac.
Then we've got Billy Butcherson from the PO community.
In first place is Fritos from the PO community by Tim O'Brien and Trace Tanis. So congratulations to those guys.
Yeah, nicely done.
Nicely done. Guten Tag to our friends from Germany.
Welcome, Mike, Imke, Annalena, Evelyn, Carl, Joel, Carl, Julian, Lisa, Jewel, and Rhea.
Yes, so make sure you guys say hi to them in the hallways and stuff. So finally, Tuesday is All Saints Day Mass, so don't forget to dress up for Jesus.
That's all for Falcon Future.
Thanks, guys. All this sports is crazy and all, but I'm still worried about these ghosts.
All right, now on to our ghost photo segment. I'm Margaret.
And I'm Ethan.
And thank you so much for watching and have a happy and safe Halloween.
Go on and hand me your clothes. Take a picture or two. I can see you. Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in the room. Fears, tell me fears, don't get me started. I get a little gray hair for every scare you share. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend.